Hello everyone, I am Charmaine Brown and I am blessed to be here with you today. This is Impact Gospel Radio, mental health, a holistic impact, where I, Charmaine, as a licensed certified psychotherapist, talk to you about anything, objects, content, concept, anything that bother your mental health is dealt with here. We are on many social medias. sorry people. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, and something else. Look us up, www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. You can find us there as well. You can send us content or anything you need to say at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. We're just going to jump into it. We were talking the last time about being in a relationship with ourselves, and there are some things that I couldn't complete in that video before, and so we are going to try to do it now. So we looked at why we need to be in a relationship with ourselves, because we need to build that connection. We also look at where we need to be in that relationship, and it's everywhere. We want to be in a relationship with ourselves. Everywhere we go, we want to keep that connection, the connection that allows you to feel that you are connected to yourself and not disassociated or thinking in a multi-personality ways where you don't want to know who you are. We also look at how we can be connected to ourselves by looking into what is happening in our lives and try to focus on what is there. Try to accept what is there and stop beating up ourselves, because whoever caused us to be damaged, because I don't want to use the word damage, because damaged goods, even when a glass is broken, unless it is in splinters, it can't go back together. And if you are determined to put it back together, it can, because there are people who make glasses from broken pieces. You also can tape it up. When something is damaged, for instance, water damage or damage beyond repair, then it's hard to repair that thing. So I don't want to use the word damage with a person. I rather use broken pieces when somebody hurt us, where we feel distraught, because we can fix that distraughtfulness that we might be going through. I want to use the word disappointed, but not damage. I don't like to use the word damage. It's kind of too much for the human to be damaged. Damage in my mind, when an animal, I'm taking out human out of this, when an animal is damaged, it means that animal cannot have to be put down. So I don't want to use the word damage with human being. I want to use the word traumatized or broken, because this can be fixed. When you are broken, you can be fixed. And even if pieces of you are broken, you might not need all the pieces to get back to where you need to go. You don't have to use that, as it says, the sum of the parts, or the sum of the whole is more than the sum of a part. And so you are more than what might be broken. And even if your heart or your life is broken and leave only a quarter of you is left, so 3/4 is broken, you still can regroup. There's a research that says your brain, what's the word I'm looking for? Your brain can recuperate, and your brain can refocus and just do things what it normally do. if something is wrong with it. I believe that if you are hurt and broken, where a quarter of you is left, I believe that you can recuperate with that quarter of brokenness and fix to come back to the whole. It might not be 100% whole, but it's just adjustment to get back to that place where you once were. You know what? In my mind, there is no child that were born or that is born with damage that is not whole. There is no child that is born that is not whole. And I don't care if the parent or parents were not whole when they conceive, as long as that child was born on its own, that child is whole, was born whole, no brokenness. So there is somewhere along the line where the brokenness starts. If the parents are broken, then the child can grow up in a broken home. But the child was not born broken. It's a whole child that was born. The reason why the child brain doesn't start to work yet, to know right from wrong, to know hurt, to know trauma. The child is innocent, and something has to take that innocence away. And so you're not going to argue that you are born broken. No, don't do that. Don't let anybody tell you those foolishness. Nothing like that. You were not born broken. Somewhere along the line, you became broken. I don't know from what. I don't know what happened. You know. And the person who breaks you probably know. Sometimes people break you and they don't even know that they break you, because they didn't do it. They did it with the intention for pleasure, for them getting pleasure out of something, not realizing that their pleasure can cause severe damage or danger to that person, severe brokenness to that person. And so that person probably don't know what they did, but you know what happened. You know where it went wrong. You can pinpoint that time, that point in time when something starts happening, when it happened, what happened, why it happened, where it happened, and how it happened. You know that. But you have to go back and reflect to find that, to find where it is, because sometimes we hide from ourselves. We're afraid. We're afraid of the darkness. We're afraid of what we see. We feel like nothing. What we see is so bad that we cannot comprehend. Why would somebody do something like this to me as a person, for me to lose my mind? Every time I think about it, I lose my mind. Like it's too much for me to think about. Can't understand. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we still are going to look at relationship, being in relationship with yourself. Let's take a break. Welcome back, everyone. I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you in the studio, Impact Gospel Radio. And don't forget, we are going FM soon. The program is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact, where I, as a licensed certified psychotherapist, look at anything that affects your mental health, whether it be positive or negative. Positive mental health allow the person to perform adequately and build themselves and build others around them, and that's good. When persons are on the negative side, their mental health are not that there. They need some help. They need guidance. And so once that person know that their mental health is not that great and they need some help, and they realize it, recognize it, ask for help, seek help, try to find it, that is on the positive side as well. So kudos for that. You can visit us at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, or you can send us info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. We're on many social media. You can find us. Just look for us, like, share, subscribe, and follow us. As I was saying about relationship and self, being in a relationship with yourself, the person who have caused damage, probably, I said I wasn't going to use the word damage because I don't like to use damage with human beings, but most people say the word damage, that they were damaged and the person damaged them. I'd rather use hurt, brokenness, or something, but not damage. That person probably didn't even realize that they hurt you. They probably didn't care that they hurt you. They probably start a new life doing whatever they do best and enjoying their lives, while we here are trying to have closure. We here are trying to hurt ourselves because we cannot live with ourselves, because we cannot comprehend why such person would do such harmful things to us, to the point where we cannot get over it. We are living under the image of what happened, to the point where we're not able to love ourselves. And talking about closure, I want to tell you a story, which is a true story. I met this lady when I was living in Toronto. She used to date this guy years before I met her, and they broke up years. As a matter of fact, they were married. Years after I met this guy, not realizing that this lady and the guy, they were married before, and this lady became my friend, not knowing that she dated the guy. And the guy and I were going out, and this lady, she went to Asia, or some places in Asia, and something happened in her marriage there, and the marriage broke. When they came back to Toronto, they got a divorce. Years after I started dating the guy that she divorced, and there was this day when she was going to go to Europe with her new husband, and she left for Europe. That day, I called the person that I was dating and was talking to that person, and the person was like, "Why?" very upset with me. And I said, "What's wrong? Because something must be wrong. Like, the last time I spoke with you, you weren't acting like this." And he said, "Oh, this person told me that you say this about me, that you say that about me, that you say that." And I said, "Yeah, like, if I have a friend and I'm having a conversation about my relationship, of course I might say that to the person. It doesn't mean that I say it in a vindictive manner. It was a conversation I was having with her, saying all of this, not to hurt you, but it's a conversation. Women have conversation with their girlfriends about their relationship, what they like about it, what could change, what is going on, and all of that." And he got really upset and didn't want to talk to me anymore, like really just wanted it done. I said, "Okay, fine." The lady came back from Europe 2 weeks after and was pretending that nothing happened, because the guy told me that she told him what I told her. So she pretended like nothing happened, and I was so upset. Like, if I had dealt with it there and then, it would not be good. I know myself, and I know that if I don't take it slowly, when I'm upset, when I'm angry, it can blow out of proportion. And so I just tried to regroup myself, and she came back, pretend like nothing happened, still talking to me, calling me over, and I said, I'm not coming. She, like, please come, whatever. Knowing me, I like to help people. I went there, and she was all that. So it got so bad one day, she was talking to me on the phone, and I stopped talking. And she said, what happened? I said to her, you know what? The day when you went to Europe, you did this, and it caused a damage in the relationship that I had, and you are pretending like nothing happened, and I am not a hypocrite. And she said she stopped, because she asked me how long did I know this. I said, from the day you left for Europe. And she said, that was like months ago. I said, yeah, I know it's like months ago. She said, Charmaine, I wanted closure. I wanted closure from that relationship, and that's the only way I could get closure, by taking what you told me and tell him, so that the relationship can be like he trusts me like that to tell me, because I really needed closure. So some of us need closure to the point where we throw our friend under the bus, throw our friend in front of the train, throw our friend in front of the truck to get closure. People, that's not good. That's not good. You need closure. Go seek closure in yourself. You need closure for something that went wrong. Go into yourself. Learn about yourself. And if you want to use what if this and what if that, because we are going to use what if this, because no matter if I say do not use the what if, because that causes more hurt. Do not say what if. When you say what if, it causes more hurt. But it makes no sense I tell you not to use it, because you're still going to say what if. Why don't you use the what if you want to use what if, and get the closure that you need, instead of taking out people out of their secure area, taking people out of their joy, out of their peace to find closure, to throw them under the bus to find closure. Aren't you a hurting person when you do that? Isn't that you are causing harm now to somebody because somebody has harmed you? That's what it is. Because what she did was to get closure for her broken relationship by throwing me under the bus, which hurt me. So somebody hurt her, she hurt me, and then apologizing. That person never became my friend again, because I forgave that person. It's over 10 years, and I forgave that person, but I wouldn't want that person to be my friend again, because that's a dangerous friend in my mind. So try not to hurt people around you because you want closure. You want closure, you go to the person who you think you need the closure from. Be brave enough, at least be brave enough to go take up your phone and say, I need closure. I need to talk about this. Can we talk about that? And some person, if they hurt you severely enough, they're not going to come to have a conversation with you. They won't do that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we continue with this conversation. Relationship with yourself. Welcome back, everyone. This is Impact Gospel Radio, mental health, a holistic impact, and I'm Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you today. Don't forget that our group therapy starts October the 17th at 7 p.m. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a grand time. The minimum persons, 10 people. It's $29.99 per session. It's for 8 weeks. Those persons who pay full for 8 weeks still get 10% off. It's more than 10% off, I believe, according to the calculation. You get, I'm just running off at 10% off, but you get more than 10% off if you book 8 weeks in advance. The time frame is 8 weeks. 500. No, where did I get 500? Sorry, 50 people have the opportunity to get this price range, $29.99. People are asking why so cheap. You know what? People are having a hard time recuperating from the effect of COVID and losing their job, losing their businesses and stuff. They want the mental health care, and this gives them an opportunity to treat themselves to adequate mental health. And so join us. It's going to be fun. I was talking about relationship with ourselves, and I was talking about throwing other people under the bus to have closure. And I am saying to you that if you want closure for you to be in a relationship with yourself, if it's closure you need for what took place, for you to be harmed in such a way that you cannot have a relationship with yourself, you need to be direct. You need to get in touch with the person who caused the harm to you instead of throwing other people under the bus. And I'm not telling you that if the person is going to cause you to relapse, I'm not telling you to go and contact that person. That's not what I'm saying, because I don't want you to be in harm's way contacting people for closure. I don't want you to be in harm's way contacting people for closure. If you know that you're going to be injured and be in harm's way contacting people for closure, do not do it. Go get counseling, go get whatever you need to get, spiritual care to fit and fix your life, to get the closure you need, instead of putting yourself in harm's way to get that closure. That's what I'm saying. But if you need closure for you to be in a relationship with yourself, to find out why it happened, why the person did it, or why you did it, because sometimes you are the one who caused the damage to people. So you need to know why you did it. Because some of us, we are the one who caused the hurt, and we can't forgive ourselves for causing that hurt. Sometimes things happen in our lives. For instance, you might have someone that, God forbid, passed, and you blame yourself for something. Either you didn't ask the person to forgive you, or something went wrong, and you feel that significant hurt that you did something that didn't get resolved. And so you're carrying that around and cannot have that connection with yourself because you hate yourself, and I hope no one hate themselves. And you feel like you are nothing, you feel unworthy, you feel hopeless, you feel fearful, all these things, all these feelings you are feeling, and it allow you not to get into that connection with yourself. You need to fix it some way or the other. You need to spend time with yourself to fix it. And the other day I was talking and something about spending time with yourself. People are afraid to spend time with themselves, but you must spend time with yourself. Because when you spend time with yourself, you kind of reflect, you analyze who you are, and you figure out where need to be fixed. Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's just a small area we are not pleased with. A small area in our lives we are not pleased with. But it takes over the whole. It takes over a whole. Did you get it? It's a play and word. I was talking to the camera people, not you people there. Did you get it? It takes away from you. It takes away from you. Where you not eating right, you cannot socialize, you don't want to see certain people. Certain people remind you of things which can re-traumatize you. It bring back flashbacks, can bring back nightmare. You might have I need to say post-traumatic stress disorder. All of this can happen. So if you don't have to go through all of that, go get the care you need. If a counselor will help you, do the counseling. There are lots of counselors out there that are effective in helping people. You don't have to come to our place for us to help you. If you want to come, that's great, because you get proper care and full assessment, right? But there are other places out there that you can go to and talk about it. You don't even have to go to these places to talk about it. If you have good family members that you trust and friends that you trust, you can talk about it. You can explore it and see how you feel. And you don't have to when you're talking to people, it doesn't mean that you're asking them their opinion. You don't have to need an opinion to talk to somebody. You can talk to somebody who keep their mouth shut while you explain yourself. It doesn't mean that you're looking for their validation. You don't need validation. You can always validate yourself. You validating yourself is much better than people validating you, because they're going to put you in a subgroup, or they're going to put you in a category to measure up to them. And if you don't measure up to them, your validation is nothing. So you don't need people to validate your life. You validate your own self. Even if you have to go to a group, even if you have to find interest group where you are feeling the same thing and other people are feeling the same thing, and they join a group to talk about it. Validate yourself in a group where people are not being judgmental. Because there are some people who judge you. They judge you. Even sometimes something's happen and you relate it to some people or whoever you relate it to, and they start judging you. They start looking at it from a different point of view, because remember, you have your point of view. The person who did the harm has their point of view, and whoever you're relating it to have their point of view. So when all of these point of view comes together, we might not see eye to eye. We're not going to see eye to eye, and so the validation might be way not good. So you don't need people to validate you. You don't need people to judge you. You do that by yourself. You know how to judge yourself, and you need to be compassionate with yourself. So why should we be in a relationship with ourselves? Why do I need to be in a relationship with myself? Why? Think about that. When we come back, we will look at why we need to be in a relationship with ourselves, while we wait for our pizza. Let's take a break. back, everyone. This is Impact Gospel Radio, mental health, a holistic impact, where we look at anything that affects your mental health. I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you. What do I talk about? There are people who normally watch this show. Welcome. We appreciate you. There are first-timers. If you're first-timers, you're probably wondering what we talk about here. We talk about anything that affects your mental health, whether it be positive or negative. And we'll rather things affect your mental health in a positive way, because when you're positively influenced, you do positive things for yourself and for others. When you're negatively influenced, you don't do things for yourself. You might partially do things for yourself, but you might hurt others as well, and that's a no-no. So that's what we do here. We try to look at everything that might affect you. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr. Am I missing out? I might be missing out some stuff. Yes, just look us up, www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. You can send us your comment at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. And I always look at my phone to see what's going on too. I was saying to you that you need to be in a relationship with yourself. But to be in that relationship with yourself, you have to be realistic. You just cannot pretend that things don't happen. You cannot live a life where you're wearing a mask, because that would be a lie. You have to be real with yourself. You have to know that you're going to face what happened. You have to, and I'm not saying go head on to face what happened, because sometimes when we go head on to go face what happened, we are knocked out. Our headlights are knocked out. Sometimes, oh people, I like being here with you. I love having conversation with you. Thank you for having me in your living room, in your car, in your house, anywhere you have me. Thank you for having me there, sharing this podcast with you. I wouldn't want you to go and face whatever happened to you head on, because sometimes we can re-traumatize ourselves, and sometimes we do it so suddenly that it gives us that rebound effect. And I don't want anybody to have a rebound effect of trauma. No, we don't want that. Take your time in slow steps, how you can manage and face what's happening. You need to know what's going on. Why do we want to be in a relationship with ourselves? It allows us to be contented. We are more in content with ourselves when we face the darkness, when we seek what's ever going on inside of us, when we take out I was going to say evil. People, sorry. I'm not laughing because I'm not laughing because I'm laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because of the choices that come into my head when I speak. When I speak, I don't have a script that I speak from. I speak from whatever the Spirit of God tells me to speak about, or my heart tells me to speak about. I don't write a script. The only script that I write is the storyline, the Raymond family saga. That's the only script that I come to you reading from. So when there are sometimes evil are inside of us, and you know what? Evil is in the dictionary. These words should be used, and I hope that when I use these words, you don't take offense to it. Sometimes we have to look into ourselves, and whatever evil that is there, whatever demons that is there, that is dragging us down, that is keeping us under bondage, that is causing problem, need to be looked at. It need to be looked at. You just hear that doorbell at their studio door. That's pizza. So we need to be contented. We need to be contented with ourselves and feel good about ourselves. When we are hurt and marred, we don't feel good about ourselves. We cannot look at ourselves in the mirror. Not literally look at ourselves in the mirror, because sometimes people literally can't look at themselves in the mirror. But as a sense of reflection, reflecting ourselves, it's cause fear to reflect in ourselves and reflect who we are. We don't want to live like that. We want to be at peace with ourselves. We want that self-concept and self-confidence to be rebuilt from whatever caused us harm. We want our self-esteem to be up there. We want to step out in the world knowing that, you know what, I know who I am and I like who I am, and I want to be with who I am. And so whatever other people say, to H-L- with that. I don't care what people want to say about me. I like myself. I love myself. I am contented with myself. And your word don't validate me. You need to reach to that place where you feel accepted. You can accept yourself. You can accept what happened. You can look at it from a positive point of view. You know what? That happened. For instance, my car accident. It happened so I could get rest. It happened so I could just relax. It happened in a way where it was just time for it to happen. Let's accept it and move on. If it's hard to accept, try get the help you need so you can learn to accept what happened and rebuild. Let's rebuild that characteristic that we have. Let's rebuild our personality. Let's rebuild our attitude. Let's rebuild ourselves to that place where we feel good, where we allow others to feel good. When we walk in a room, it just light up because we have something to contribute that is positive. When we walk in a room, even if we don't say anything, somebody in themselves feel good that you are there. And they might not tell you this, but they might show sign that they feel good that you are there. They might say welcome. They might say I miss you. They might say, why are you not coming here often enough? They might use little phrases and little words to let you know that you're appreciated. Let's build that. Let's get rid of the mar, the hurt, the injury that we are feeling. Let's put a cap on that so that we can connect to ourselves, where we feel that sense of comfort and self-love. Let's get back to the place where you love yourself in such a way that you do things for yourself that you would not normally do. And you do it purposefully. You're aware of what you're doing for yourself and you go out to do it. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we wrap up. Let's take a break. Welcome back, everyone. This is Impact Gospel Radio, Mental Health, a holistic impact, where I talk about anything that affects your mental health, where I get you to that place where you feel good about yourself. We're talking about being in a relationship with yourself. We talk why we need to be in a relationship with ourselves and what can affect that disconnection. What can happen that can cause that disconnection? All those things that were in the past that occurs that allow us to not look at us how we used to look at ourselves when we were younger, when we in our childhood, when we love ourselves and play with other kids and we're very happy. Something happened somewhere along the line to break that connection where we cannot be in a relationship with ourselves. We need to get back to that place. If we need closure and it's safe to get the closure from the person who hurt you, then by all means go get that closure. If you're going to get the closure from someone who will harm you and who will re-traumatize you, do not do it. Go seek counseling, go seek spiritual care, whatever you have to seek, to try to work yourself through it slowly so that you can slowly heal from inside out, not outside in, from inside out. Everything needs to be healed from inside out. And don't throw people under the bus. Don't throw people under the bus when you're going to seek closure. Don't do that. Do it in an amicable way where it brings peace to you and you don't hurt anybody in the process, because it makes no sense somebody hurt you and you hurt somebody. No. And if you are the one who is causing the harm to the person, you need to apologize and move on and fix yourself. And we need to fix ourselves because of the contentedness that it will cause us, the confidence that it builds for us, the self-esteem that it builds, the self-love that it builds for us, the acceptance that it gives us for ourselves. And we need to learn how to accept ourselves in a loving and tender and kind way where it radiates to others. Because when you love yourself, trust me, when you love yourself, you bring peace to other people, because you treat people with kindness. Join us every Monday evening at 6:30 Central Daytime, 7:30 Eastern Daytime, on this radio station, Impact Gospel Radio, and the program is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. Check out social medias. We're on most of the social medias. You can find us www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, or send us your content at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. And don't forget, join us, our group therapy, October the 17th at 7 p.m. It's going to be fun. It's just $29.99. I'm not even talking about the currency. It's Canadian dollars, $29.99 Canadian. 10 people per session, 8-week session. Anyone who book their 8-week in advance get another 10+% discount on that. It's going to be fun. It's for divorcee. It's for people who are in a marriage. It's for singleness. It's for anything that affects your mental health. There are different groups, and it would be good for you to be there. I am going to sign out. We're going to eat pizza. I think let's cut. Bye. Bye.
Impact Gospel Radio and Mental Health Horizon. All information posted or aired is merely for educational purposes and is not a substitute for seeking further professional advice. While the information aired has been verified to the best of our abilities, we cannot guarantee there are no mistakes or errors. We reserve the right to change this policy at any time. If you want to stay up to date with the latest mental health information, please visit our website at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, book an appointment at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com, or tune into the broadcast every Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time.